Hello vlog. I was gonna start this yesterday because it was my birthday. I'm kicking my feet for some reason. It was my birthday and I rearranged my room so I have all this space now. And I just don't know what to do with it. If I knew how to do the worm, I'd do the worm. What am I saying? So basically, kicking my feet again. I was gonna start my vlog yesterday because it was my birthday and I thought, let me talk about my birthday on the vlog. Actually, I don't like to call it my birthday. I like to call it the day I was forcibly removed from my mother's uterus. Look at all the books on my bedside table. How relatable. Because I was. Because I didn't want to be born. They had to pull me out kicking and screaming, and I held on to that umbilical cord for dear life, but then they rudely cut it. And I had to work on my birthday, and so that's why I didn't vlog. I worked all day, and then came home, watched How to Train Your Dragon, ate a gluten-free cake for my silly allergies, and went to bed. And that was it, but that's okay. That's all right. Even though I think birthdays are like your one special day a year, and you should get to do whatever you want, with limitations, obviously. It's all right, because maybe someday I'll get this garden party birthday that I have planned out in my head. Last year, though, my birthday was the actual week before my birthday, I was very sick. So on my birthday, I didn't do much. But then the week after, Jess and I, my bestie, we went to Steel City Con, and that was a ton of fun. That was the first convention I ever went to. We cosplayed. We met the cast members of Cobra Kai, and we met Elijah Wood and got to see the Hobbitses do a panel. We saw a Stranger Things panel. We saw some cool stuff. Yeah, so that was fun. That was probably the most fun birthday I've had in a long time. But other than that, I think birthdays are your one special day and you should get to do special stuff. And ow! I think I just pulled a muscle. Oh, I wanted to stay home and read. That's what I wanted to do on my birthday, and I didn't get to. Obviously, I've already said that multiple times. I did read a little bit that night, but I was very, very tired, so I didn't read as much as I wanted to. And I was talking about this garden party I've mentioned. It's what I ideally want to do for my birthday someday. I've been wanting to do it for the past few years, and it hasn't happened, but that's okay. Another thing is my birthday is in colder months, so it's gonna be difficult to do regardless. I just want to one day have lunch in the garden where we do fantasy cosplay. It's a fantasy garden party is what I call it. And we do fantasy cosplay, we decorate it like it's a little fantasy world, a fantasy garden. And not everyone has to do fantasy cosplay. I'm going to, because this birthday is gonna happen someday, whether anyone likes it or not. And I will be a fantasy queen, and anyone, you can cosplay you. I guess everyone's coming. The people who are coming can cosplay as Batman. Do you like my Baby Yoda socks? They go so well with my dress. But yeah, so we'll just have cake in the garden for lunch, and then we'll go inside and watch fantasy movies so we don't have to stay outside all day because it'll be cold. And yeah, so that was a really long intro that's all over the place because I'm super sleep deprived, but this is my winter reading vlog, and I haven't even read yet, and we're what, multiple minutes in? Excuse sleeping me in my pajamas, but it's snowing, and I'll try to show you a little bit without showing you too much of my yard. Hold on. Do you see the snow? It's snowing, which means it's a perfect day to get all cozy with a book. I had to show you my fit because I love this dress. I changed the angle because I kept getting distracted over there. What I'm here to say is it's almost Christmas, and I was thinking about reading a Christmassy book. I didn't really care if it was a Hallmark style book because I just wanted to read something silly, even if it's really cheesy and cliche and it's not something that I'm gonna love. I just wanted to read a Christmassy book, and I didn't think I had one. And then I remembered this. I got it. I think I've told the story about how I got this book on a past video, but I got it at a used book sale because I saw the cute dog and I picked it up to look at the cute dog. And I was holding it for so long that I couldn't put it back because I'd feel bad. But it was like 50 cents, so it's okay. So I'm going to read this the next couple of days. Don't know what it's about at all. I just know there better be a lot about this dog. He better be a main character and the best dog, okay? I almost forgot to show you before I end this portion of the vlog, this very chaotic portion of the vlog, which I think all of the portions of the vlog are very chaotic, but I wanted to show you what my Secret Santa got me. So first, I really have been wanting to read this book, this one, and I think the second one's already out, but I've heard mixed reviews. I think I'm gonna like it. And even if it doesn't blow me away, I'm the kind of person that if I like the first book, I give the second book a chance to blow me away. I just want to like it. Like, I don't expect every book to blow me away. I just, you know, as long as it doesn't read like an unedited fan fiction, I'm excited. It's a dark, I mean, I think it sounds kind of dark. It has dark in the title and must be dark. It's a fantasy romance. Oh yeah, it's like a gothic fantasy. So I'm excited. I can't wait. I'll give you guys my review of that when I read it. And he also got me, it's a Gandalf rubber ducky. I haven't taken him out of his little bathtub case, but I have already given him the catchphrase, "You shall not splash." So I love him. I've actually wanted this for a while. It's been on my list for a while, and my Secret Santa saw that and had to get it for me because he gets it. You shall not splash. I barely slept, and you can tell, but I just, before I crawl back into bed, I wanted to show you, because I talked about this in my gifts for readers, that I needed these. So I'm going to show you I got book tabs, or sticky tabs, and a booklight, finally. And it bends. I was worried it wouldn't, but it does. And the Magic Treehouse books that I mentioned before. I do still have at least some of them. I wanted to tell you about the book I was reading. The Christmas one. Not good. Not good at all. It has the very Hallmark style of like, girl from a big city moves to a small town and whatever. But it was, I haven't seen a lot of Hallmark movies. I'm gonna say it was even worse than any Hallmark movie. I don't know if they're all incredibly misogynistic and just not good. Okay, so she's from a big town and she ends up, I'm not gonna spoil it in case people want to read it for some reason, but she has a very brutal backstory. Kind of, it can be triggering for women. I didn't think it wasn't terrible, but I understand how it could be triggering for women. And she ends up disabled because of it, and she has PTSD, and that's what the dog on the cover is for. It's a service dog, and love him. He was probably the best character, but there's this whole, there's gender roles, there's toxic masculinity, there is slut shaming, there's even, they say the dog, he was wearing a pink sweater, and multiple characters in the book make fun of him and say he's being emasculated. The dog, it's just, it was written in 2011, or it was at least published in 2011, so not that long ago. I guess actually yep, that's a long time ago. But I still feel like for the time it was still old-fashioned, because they do even say in the book, oh, I know these views are old-fashioned, but I think they're how things should be, or whatever. So whatever. And it's very interesting because she will say, like, her name is Jessie Pringle. Should have started with that. Her name is Jessie Pringle. No offense to anyone whose last name is Pringle, but I couldn't help but giggle at the name. And she would say that she has this big town mentality of like, I'm an independent woman, blah, blah, blah. But then none of her actions matched that. She would say it, none of her thoughts even matched that. It was so all over the place. The story itself, there was suddenly magic and time travel. It was this very, very strange. And I don't think the way they handled her disability was very good. I don't think they handled it very well. I think if I recall, there was some offensive language about it in the book as well. So just definitely not my book, my type of book. Not written for me. Just, they said, okay, she said, whoever said, someone in the book said that a woman who doesn't raise their daughter to be a good cook for their husband, specifically to cook their husband meals when he comes home from work, is a bad mother. I was like, every single time something like that was said, they'd be like, these are old-fashioned views, but they're correct. The man is the protector, and then the man, oh my god, because there was 2 point of views. So the male point of view, his name was Ian. Every time it was his point of view, he was like, I need to protect Jessie and like help her with her, like, the dog would be protecting her, as is his job, and that would be helping her, and he would be like, but this contradicts my male instincts to protect her. Like, I should be the one protecting her. Her dog was doing his job, and there was this weird, like, territorial thing between the man and the dog. And she was just, like, chill with it. Even though she was this big town independent woman. Basically, the book was her going from, like, I am this big town modern independent woman to now I have regressed into I need a man to help me with everything, and I can't do anything, and I need to be protected, and I'm just gonna stay at home and cook him meals. So that was a fun time. Also, I stopped reading The School for Good and Evil, not because it was like this, it was just, I don't know, I wasn't vibing with it. I do love Hort, would protect him with my life, but other than that, I had to stop the series. I wasn't really into it. So, yeah, that's my book update right now. Yay! We're going to Barnes & Noble. Very exciting content here.
Is it? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah. Just my boy. They put him way up there. Get him for me. Thank you. I have you resting on a antelope sculpture, not picture. But I wanted to show you the books I got. So I got this movie ticket. I got Jane Austen, Sense and Sensibility. I found the cheaper paperback version that was very hard to find at other bookstores. And I got Fireblood, which is a YA book about dragons, so I'm very excited to read it, but I have so many books, so it's gonna be a while from now. But that's what I got, and just got a comic book, so. But that's all I have for this cozy winter vlog. It's snowing outside, it's winter. It's not currently snowing, there's snow on the ground. Oh. I lied. I didn't mean to lie, I just spoke wrong. I'm not lying. It's literally about to snow. Well, in like a few hours, it's supposed to snow, but we are in the middle of like a winter storm, so. Lots of snow, but I have books to read because we're gonna be snowed in. We can't go anywhere tomorrow. So, yeah. I'm ending the vlog very slowly, and bye.